Hello everybody, my name is Sam, and welcome to Iron Law. First things first, I have progressed quite far in this game, and it took me about 7 hours, because I am terrible at navigation. As you can see on this map, I have almost all of these things I need to find, and that's exciting. Let's take a picture. Whoa, rock! Can I get everyone to spam rock in the chat? Am I right? You also got OBS, which means I can do smooth videos like this where I play a game. Because I really wanted to play Markiplier's movie as a game. Because, you know, the game came first, obviously, but the movie, I think, enhances the game. Let's have a look. What's out there? Holy moly! Shit, dude! Oh no! Okay, is it still out there? Second picture. Shit, it's a wall. Okay, that's not good. I hate walls. Okay. So we're navigating to the final thing. Now let's be real for a second, right? Was Markiplier's movie that good? Yes, it was. Markiplier made a really, really great independent film. And it was impressive. It terrified the studios. They took it off the chart list because it was such a big hit and they didn't expect such a thing. Like, this film actually competed with the Sam Raimi movie. That's crazy, man. Sam Raimi's like all about Spider-Man and stuff. Oxygen's going down. That is not good. I am flying blind. I'm going to 675828 if anyone's interested. So basically this is the game. You're stuck in an iron lung in a blood ocean and you have to navigate around and take some pretty pictures, like this picture. Whoa! Also, I'm currently about to drown in blood, so I should probably make a move. I guarantee you, when I find out whatever this last picture is, I am not gonna die. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Where am I now? 602 on the X. So around here by 708. 708. Around here, I think. I think I'm around there somewhere. So just go up a bit and then right. We should be kind of continuing in the right direction until that little blip goes away. And now we're going to turn right again. So yeah, the movie, I can see why it took Markiplier so long to render everything. Because this movie was all... God, this is so intense. That's another thing the film nailed, was that feeling of just intensity and like the paranoia and the fear and everything. Like, you really felt like you were in the iron lung with him. But towards the end, and as it ramped up, like in the beginning, everyone talks about how slow it was in the beginning. I didn't feel that. I personally am a big fan of these like one location thrillers. I've written a few myself where it's just one place and one character and a couple side characters, but mostly this one guy struggling against the elements. The elements in this question being blood ocean and a big old fish called the Whisper. Now so far, I feel like I've managed to avoid the Whisper. I feel like it is chasing me though, and I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna give it the benefit of me turning around to give it a sneak peek. It's definitely right next to me. It's definitely trying to munch on me. But in all honesty, I thought Markiplier's movie was really, really impressive, especially when you... Where am I now? Okay, 675 by 828. Jesus Christ, okay. not even close at the minute. 675, 828. I'm currently 681 by 828. What angle do I need to be? 295? That's crazy! Okay, fine. So I need to be facing that way. We're gonna get this final one. I've never been more determined in my entire life to take a pretty little picture. Let's have a look at what's out there right now. Nothing? What? That's crazy. I thought for sure there'd be something out there. 675. Okay, wrong way. Okay, so we're now at 675 by 831. We're a little bit off. We want to be... You can be between two of each one. Okay, still nothing. So 875 by 828, right? So we need to be at least two above... Nope. Is that good? Let's try it. What am I looking at right now? There's a bunch of teeth in the ground. Those are teeth! I'm so on edge right now. This game has been so arduous. I love the game, don't get me wrong. Right, 875. 875 by 828. We're extremely off right now. I might never beat this game. I feel like this video is just going to be me struggling. What's right there? Is that going to be anything? No? Okay. 295 is the access need to be. Let's get back to 295. Roger that. Okay. We're at 295, 675 by 828. We're not quite there. Try and get as close to the numbers as we can. You might think I'm just pressing numbers at random. That's because I am. This game has been an arduous process. I love this game, but I am terrible at navigation. Fuck, that scared me then. I thought we were about to see the end. If you don't know, this game has a very happy ending, much like the movie. Everything works out in the end. But while I struggle to get in the right position, let's talk about the movie. Yeah, I loved it, honestly. I thought it was excellent. And I don't even think that just because I'm a Markiplier fan. $876,831. That's still a bit off. 876,830. Is that okay, kind of? Maybe? I don't know. $875. You're way off. I'm way off. I don't understand this game most of the time. It's like, it's annoying. I just think it's because I'm not good at it though. Okay, that's a bit better. 877, 830. But it's not quite there still. But yeah, I'm not really a gamer. I don't play a lot of games. And I would love to play more. The only problem is I'm not very good at them. And I tend to get annoyed. So I tend to avoid them. This game, however, I thought was worth giving a try because of how good Markiplier's movie was. It really surprised me, honestly. Okay, I'm just gonna go as far from the wall as I can. 866, 835, you're way off. I don't know how to play this game. I'm just not a navigation guy. 875, 828. That's way off on the top one. But okay on the bottom. That's 4 off on the top. Perfect on the... Nope. It's 3 off on the bottom now. 877, that's 2 on the top. 1 off on the bottom, which might be okay. It's not okay. Okay, great. So 875. Let's try and get as exact as we can. That's 875 by 831. That's still not going to be good, is it? Nope, that is nothing. Okay, we're now at 878. We're a bit crazy now. We're getting a bit crazy with it. That is a picture of nothing. 879 by 828. 675. It used to be 675 by 828. So that's 675 by 831. That's not right. So we're now at 876 by 830. Still not good enough. 8677 by 830. Okay, I feel like we're nearly there, but not quite. We're still a little off. Jesus Christ, the sound design in this game. 876 by 831. That seems pretty fucking close to what we need to do. 87675 by 828. You're a bit off still. 876 by 830. I feel like a dentist. You know how dentists are always like just saying random numbers, and you're like, what does that mean? I mean, if you go to dental school, you probably know what the numbers mean. They're counting your teeth, I know that. 876 by 831. If I can hear it right outside and I'm not getting away from it, which seems counterproductive. Let's just move a bit, because I feel like I'm just not getting to where it wants me to be. Okay, so we're way off now, but it's on purpose. It's going to be 675 on the top by 828 on the top bottom. So we're currently 675 on the top, but 825. So that needs to be like 86, like that, something like that. 676 by 826. That's 2 off. That's 2 off on the bottom, 1 off on the other one. The reverse of the bottom, the top. And now we're gonna turn into the correct position, and hopefully this will be sufficient for that final juicy picture. The exhibition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. Wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse, its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. There must be a Markiplier movie. It didn't say that bit. I finished the game! Everyone's cheering, you just can't hear them. So yeah, that was Iron Lung. I just beat the game on camera. That's all I wanted to do. In terms of the movie itself, I thought it was excellent. Markiplier did a great job. It is really scary and really intense. It makes you feel like you're in the Iron Lung. It's claustrophobic. It is a little too long, but that's probably the only critique I have of it. Other than that, it is a very intense film, and Markiplier's acting is exceptional. The audio is sometimes hard to hear, but I feel like that adds a bit. It adds to like the intensity of the piece, and it definitely enhances the game. Like playing it now, knowing how it ties into the movie contextually, because I know the game. I think that's also important, is kind of knowing the game lore. Like that final bit of text is helpful towards the film lore as well. I think it's good to know about this game before you watch the movie. I do have a lot of questions after the movie, but I'm sure ambiguity is exactly what Markiplier wanted, and he succeeded. So, hats off to Markiplier. Well done on making a game out of this very contained, cramped. Yeah, well done. You did a great job, and it's weird watching his content now, because like I just watched you make this amazing blockbuster with $3 million or whatever, and now back to YouTube again. I just hope he continues to make stuff like this, because it's inspiring. Not that I'm just going to drop $3 million on a movie or anything, but it's still inspiring for everyone, I think. That you really can do it. It is perfectly possible. Even in this climate, with as many people trying to make it as everyone is trying to make it. There's so many YouTubers, so many people on TikTok, there's billions of them. But it just takes one person to go, hey, what if we used a lot of blood and dumped a big tank in a submarine full of blood and used a lot of blood, and it was Markiplier. Sometimes that's all you need to say, and you have a great movie. As for this game, I thought it was fun. I found it really hard because I'm terrible at navigation. That's not the game's fault. And yeah, I loved the movie. I very much recommend it. I recommend doing your research. That's probably a critique as well. You shouldn't have to do homework to understand movies, but I do think it would benefit you to know the game a little bit. But it is still a really great movie, and I'm glad it did so well, and I'll probably buy the Blu-ray. I'm sorry this isn't a very deep review of the film, but I just don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say anything. All I'll say is the visual effects are incredible, Markiplier's acting is just out of this world, and he does a spectacular job of not only recreating this game and the environment, but enhancing the game, adding new lore, adding new backstory, making you connect with the character. I think it's a great adaptation. Probably one of the best video game adaptations, because there haven't been that many truly outstanding ones. But yeah, Iron Lung. Well worth a play, and absolutely worth a watch. Yeah, alright. Toodaloo.